Oh wait, Emperor Miss, you said you played the Elden Ring DLC. I have not. I played Elden Ring base game 2 years ago when it came out and I beat it. Elden Ring base game is good, but it pissed me off in some ways. And mainly, I know people are going to be saying, skill issue. I get it. But some of the designs for like mainly side encounters, like side bosses, aren't very good in my opinion. I feel like they really want you to use Ash summons a lot, because some of these encounters, like prime example is the boss fight where there's two, what are the knights called? Oh crap, what are they called? And they're really cool enemies too, like actually. The kind of bronze looking knights, they're sick. They like grow wings out their back. There's different versions, some with swords, some with like lances. They're awesome. But putting two of those together and calling it a boss fight is not good content, in my opinion. I feel like From Software have leaned in too hard to the prepare to die mantra of the games, and I think that's where their focus is on a lot of their new games now. Whereas before, Miyazaki had always said, you know, difficulty's not the point, we're just using that as a tool to kind of invest you into the world and learn about mechanics and where things are and like how to get used to the game and invested, you know? I feel like the focus now is on, let's make a hard game. That's what people want, so we're going to make it really bone-crushingly hard, first and foremost. And I don't really like that. They weren't like that before. They weren't. Demon Souls and Dark Souls 1 are not hard games. They're not hard games. They are hard because you don't know certain things. Once you know, like, how to make a magic build, how to allocate stats correctly, and, like, where the spells are, it's so easy. The bosses get decimated with, like, Crystal Soul Spear, or even regular Soul Spear if you have enough intelligence points. You guys all know. Real ones know who have played old school Souls games. I just feel like their focus is weird, and I did watch a Synthetic Man video of the review of the DLC, and he echoed the same thing, and I was like, yeah, I said this in my old video, and obviously he gets way more views, but that's kind of where my head's at, same as him. And yeah, that video it was unlisted, my Elden Ring video, and now it's relisted on my channel. If you guys want to see it, and you want to hear my thoughts on Elden Ring, go and check it out. I still stand by what I said, and that was like 2 years ago, so... And Emperor Miss, you said Elden Ring encounters are all bounced around summons. Playing without summons is a self-imposed challenge. Top. Correct. The thing is, summons existed in old Souls games. However, I feel like encounters and bosses were balanced around solo play first. And then if, you know, you just couldn't really get by it, okay, well, you've got summoning as such a choice. But in Elden Ring, I feel like, again, a lot of these encounters, they're like, use your ashes, you know? And ashes will go and distract the boss. And then you could just get some hits in, and then wait until the aggro's back on the ash, and then, you know, carry on hitting. And it's bad. And I feel like it's encouraged because the bosses are so hard solo, and a lot of them are miserable, in my opinion. They're just not fun to fight. They have too much health. It's just needless. It's like they're just leaning, like I said, too hard into let's make a hard game. Whereas the focus in like Dark Souls 1 was like, let's make a classic game, a great game that will turn into a classic with ingenious level design, great lore that pulls the players in, variety of gameplay the players have to explore, and once they do, they get rewarded by being able to demolish the game. You know, an ongoing content then would be PvP and new game pluses, and it worked, and it was great. And people were talking about Dark Souls 1 back in the day for years. We were all dissecting the lore, and there was just so much to that game. I'm sure there's a lot of that in Elden Ring, but what I'm saying is the focal point of Elden Ring, I think, is very different from what old Souls games were. Elden Ring now is about challenge first. That's what I think, and that's what their games are kind of like. Although Sekiro, I thought was pretty good. Sekiro was good. It was different. The parrying system's fun. Although, let me say in Sekiro... I'll get off this now. I just want to address what you were saying, Mist, because I was talking about Elden Ring too, and we're talking about, but Sekiro, the only problem was you could kind of spam parry. You guys know the old to parry, which was kind of silly. I feel like they should be more strict if they ever make a follow-up and be like, parry has a cooldown. So if you're not subsequently parrying attacks properly, like say you could parry like like you're parrying a chain of combos from an enemy, but otherwise if you miss or if you do it too early, it's that's the cooldown, You can't just go. I thought that was silly in Sekiro. It helped a lot of casual, even me. I'm not gonna say casual people because it was even me, but